Great to see you. Sorry I'm a little late, so I might have missed something, but it was lovely to hear you talk about diplomacy, and I understand you're also talking about taking on the NRA. So I think that's really good. So my question is, are you
What's your name?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Arnie. I live in Canterbury.
All right.
All right, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm curious if you're also going to take on the military-industrial complex and the plan to spend upwards of $1 trillion on an entire new generation of nuclear weapons. So it's not just Lindsey Graham and Republicans we've got to have diplomatic relationships with. It's also other countries that
Arnie, you're
may be
answering
antagonistic.
in the question, because you're right. Arnie, we are, first of all, if you read the Inspector General reports about the U.S. military, it is a trail of financial horrors, of us wasting money, have procurement systems from the 1970s and 80s that allow us to be completely taken advantage of in terms of the cost of these military contracts. And we have presidents that are leading us into engagements overseas that are costing us trillions of dollars that we shouldn't have been in the first place. I'm not just talking about Iraq, I'm talking about Yemen.
Yeah,
We were fueling the planes that were dropping American bombs.
That's
that
right.
were causing some of the worst cholera outbreaks we've seen in the modern era. This is going to stop under my leadership. We're going to focus on having fiscal discipline in our United States military that can save us billions of dollars. And we're going to start leading with our values in foreign policy, and that doesn't mean not seeing every problem in the world as a military problem. And then the last thing I want to say is on nuclear issues, for us to be pulling out of nuclear treaties, even with our adversaries in the Russians, is unacceptable to me. We need to have a president that's not pushing down his allies or seeing them as national security threats. You know, the Canadians are a national security threat according to this president because he used a national security waiver to put tariffs on them. So we've got to stop this and start joining with other democracies to unite again, putting pressure on those other regimes that are doing things like the Russians that are undermining Western democracy as a whole. It is a global competition going on right now between totalitarian states and democracies. You see states like Hungary shifting towards authoritarianism. And the way you solve that is not with more nuclear weapons or more military engagement. You do deal with it by standing with your allies and having coherent strategies to solve problems. Pulling out of an Iran deal and then sending in our aircraft carrier and our fleet as a solution to them starting to move towards a nuclear weapon, you caused that problem.
That's right.
And so I'm going to be a president that looks at these things right. Efficiency, fiscal discipline, diplomacy. Those are some of the values I'm going to lead.
Okay.